All right, today I'm going to show you the VEX VR robot website that we're going to start using. First, you want to click that link, and then it will take us to this website. As you can see, there's a tutorial video you can certainly watch. Otherwise, just go ahead and close out of that. As you see, there is a when started block, and that's where we're going to drag everything that we need. Okay, so starting out, you can tell we're in block coding. If you'd rather be in a written form, you go File, New Text Project. And as you can see, it is in text form. Okay, I'm going to go back to block though. All right. Some other buttons that are going to be important are first this one. You can switch the language if you need to. The file button, that's where you can get new projects, load, or save, which I will talk about in a little bit. Tutorials if you need them. And then activities. So there's going to be a bunch of different activities you can complete. We'll do some of them, but then you'll have an opportunity to do some other ones on your own. And then this one is going to be where you actually rename your project. So for this example, I'll just title it Mr. Sturgill's Example. Hit rename, and there it is. Okay. Next, there's playground, then start, step, stop, and share. And then there's this little question mark that we'll use in a little bit as well. Okay, so starting out, you can see all these different colored circles. They are the different categories of code that we'll use. Okay, a bunch of them. All right, first we're going to start out in drivetrain. Here you have forward, turning, stopping, and then speed as well. Okay, so if I want to go forward, I'm going to click this one and drag it. As you can see, I can go forward or reverse. I can switch it to millimeters or inches. So we'll stay in millimeters. We'll go 400 millimeters. Next, we'll say we want to turn right 90 degrees. Obviously, if I wanted to go to left, I'd change it there, and then I can change the degrees to whatever I want. Okay, so far, I'm going forward for 400 millimeters and then turning right 90 degrees. Next, let's come down here. All right, we're going to put a pen down. So if we click this one that says Move Robot Pen, obviously we can go down or up. We'll go down, and we'll set the color. We'll change it to red. Okay, so drive forward, turning, putting a pen down. Then let's put another drive forward for, let's change this to 600 millimeters. Okay, so to see what it looks like, we can just click Start, and the different playground will pop up. Okay, it will default to grid map, which is just a basic one. Otherwise, you can see there are multiple ones in here. Let me stop that real quick. There are multiple playgrounds, is what they call them, in here, which you'll get to experience. If we hit refresh and then play, you can see a robot going forward, turning, putting that pen down, going forward. Okay. As you notice, there's a time. It doesn't stop when you stop, so you have to just click the little stop button. A couple other things. There's different camera views. And then this just takes away all of the statistics up here. Okay, so we're going to hit refresh again. I'm going to see the actual code, and then hit play. So as you can see, it's kind of highlights each command when it happens. Okay, obviously it happens very quickly, so you kind of have to pay attention. So we're going to stop, refresh, and then we are going to close out of that. Another command that I want to show you is under control, this wait. Okay, so we'll drag out a wait. What this is when you want the robot to pause to do something. That's what it is. So it's wait for however many seconds. So let's try wait for 2 seconds. And then let's give it another directional command. Let's go turn left 90 degrees. Okay. So if we hit start again, pops back up. And as you can see, it will automatically start. So it's forward, turn, pen down, forward. Then it waits, and then it'll turn. Okay, so obviously 2 seconds is probably a long time, but sometimes you want it to stop doing something, and then typically it's when you want to go through a checkpoint or something like that. So again, we'll close out of this. So if this is something I want to save, I go File, Save to your device, and as you can see, if you're on a Chromebook, it automatically saves. Okay, so you can click Show in Folder. Within your drive, it's probably going to be just in your downloads. Okay, so if you have an Applied Tech folder, you can certainly click and drag that. Otherwise, just leave it in your downloads. And then say this got deleted somehow, we can go File, Load from your device. Then you come in here and find it. Okay, so all the VR block, there's just VR block files, so they're pretty easy to find. So I click it, open, and now it's back up. And then of course I can click Start, and my playground will pop up. And then eventually, once this loads, the code will actually run, as you can see. Okay. And there you go. Right, so stop it, refresh it. And of course, if you wanted to make it bigger or change your playground, you can. Okay. And that is going to be your basics of the VEX VR coding website. Another aspect that I forgot is this question mark. Okay, so if you have any questions about particular blocks, say magnet, I can click on it, hit the question mark, click on it, and then it tells me. It'll tell me how to use it. It'll obviously show what it looks like. It'll tell me like for what blocks I use it in. So let's say go back to that wait command, right? It says wait for a specific amount of time, and then how to use. Some of these are more detailed, of course. So like if else type statements, it'll give you a little bit more information. So this is going to be key if you are using a block that you don't understand, or maybe one that you have forgotten. And there's some obviously differences that you can see. Otherwise, remember, you can also go to the tutorial videos, and it will show you some of that stuff as well. So again, that is the VEX VR code that we are going to be using.